Hey guys and gals, Never here from Drake Wayne Gaming and Sylving on Twitter, the Gaming Dragon. Today I'm coming back at you with a Let's Play episode of Sylving. So yeah, let's go ahead and jump right back into it, shall we? Alarm chain, you were up, and let's go. Agnar was right. He's friendly enough, but his sheer size alone makes him intimidating. But I don't think I made any mistakes when speaking with him, which is a very good thing. Not only would I have to fear discovery, but getting thrown into orbit. My gaze returns to my table, waiting for my food to arrive, when I notice a drink. Oh, right, he's already brought me something. Come to think of it, I am rather thirsty. I hold up the tankard to my nose and give it a sniff. It smells like apple juice and almost cinnamon. I can't pick up on any alcohol. Oh god. Of its own accord, my tongue curls into a scoop at the end and begins rapidly lapping up the beverage. I almost slam the tankard down to the table in surprise. I mean, I am an animal now, sort of. It's strange that my body keeps doing things like this of its own volition, but I guess it could be worse. Still, I hope this won't keep happening. Pressing the tankard to my lips, I drink it properly. It's a fuller apple flavor than I'm used to with juice, but it's less sweet and a little bitter. I like it though. The cinnamon is a nice touch. Like any restaurant, my food isn't brought out right away, leaving me nothing to do but sip at my drink. Agnar's taking a while, and I nervously rub my claws against the now empty tankard. I shouldn't be impatient. It's only been a few minutes. Brum walks around and brings a few meals out for the other guests, as well as refilling some drinks. I wonder if we're all drinking the same thing, or if they're having something stronger. The occasional squeal of laughter emerges from the kitchen, and each time it's a welcome relief from my boredom. Ol and Agnar sound like they're having a blast in there. Just as I'm about to peek in the kitchen and see what the holdup is, Agnar and Brum exit together and head to our table. The bear is expertly carrying 2 trays, each with sizzling, steaming food. 1 herb and butter Hanser with mashed putt-putt. And 1 sausage plate for our dependable wolf. What's set before me is a plate with 4 cuts of white meat, which resemble oversized chicken breasts swimming in a butter and herb sauce. The other plate is piled high with what smells like garlic and potato. Agnar sets 2 tankards on the table, one clearly meant to refresh my drink, the other's bigger, white foam topping it with the smell of beer hanging in the air. So, Lord Aron, would you hear the request of this humble chef and tell me what you think of the food? He gestures at the plate and I stare in bewilderment. Anything made with this much butter can't be anything less than fantastic. Sure, it looks almost too good to eat. Ha! That's a new one. But there ain't much point in making food you don't eat, isn't there? The best part of the food is the taste. So please, eat. And there's plenty more in the kitchen if you want it. He seems strangely eager to hear my opinion on his cooking. Is it because he thinks I'm a noble? I cut into the meat with a fork and knife like Nanny taught me, and gracefully scoop up some mash as well. I blow a couple times before placing the morsel in my mouth. Not that it was burning hot, but if I'm supposed to be selling this noble role I was given, I might as well get my table etiquette right. Oh, wow. Man, the meat is so juicy. It's just tender enough for me to chew on. The sauce so creamy and light that it blends perfectly together. Second, yeah, water time. Maybe. I know it takes a second for this to actually save. Alright, y'all, bear with me. It's in the process of saving, I suppose. Just being really, really slow about it. I don't know why it's so... There we go. Jesus. Thank you. So, would you say this is good enough for a noble? Noble? I'd say this is fit for a king. Ha! I knew it! I knew it! Ha ha! Yes! The bear slaps his knee in triumph. He's beaming with unbridled joy and regards me with pure gratitude. You heard him say it, Agnar. That badger's gonna pay up. What? What badger? I look around in confusion. Did I miss something? He's a regular here. Probably had another bet with Brum. Oh. You're damn right he did. I'm confused. What role do I have to play in this? He bet his entire tab that if I didn't get a noble to visit and say the food was good, he wouldn't have to pay it. That's awful! Does he think he's too good to pay? And for this no less? Oh, he's gonna pay me now, and he's gonna be on dish duty for a week, just in time for the Jackmark hunt, too. Oh, this couldn't get any sweeter. We're all proud of you, Brum. He scratches the back of his head with a goofy, confident grin. Since you helped me win, your meal and drink stay's on me, free of charge. Oh no, I couldn't. The food is so good. I insist. It's my token for putting you in our bet without telling, and I won't take no for an answer. I settle back into my chair and accept this spot of good fortune. I didn't even do anything, just enjoyed the food and gave an honest opinion. The bear retreats to the kitchen, and with our gazes following him, Agnar then rolls his eyes and tilts his head in a playful manner, shifting his attention to me. Aron, did you become the first Yelper of this world? That knowing smirk. You knew he was after that, didn't you? I had a hunch he was up to something, and he probably wanted to get to know you better in his own way. And don't feel bad, that badger has it coming. He hasn't paid Brum a single crow in weeks. But things have gone well without an accident so far, so let's eat before it grows cold. I grab my fork and take another satisfying bite from the plate. The juicy meat washes over my tongue, and I try my hardest to savor every salty note before swallowing. So good! That's what I've been telling you. Brum's the best cook in all the land. For the world? Can't remember the last time I had a meal this good. I'm glad to hear you enjoy the food here. After we finish this, I'd like to take you to the bakery. It's just down the street. I speed up my chewing and swallow hard so I can answer him, but not before a swig of cider to wash it all down. Second now. Yes, we know. There we go. Alrighty. The more I get to sample this town's food, the better. Which reminds me, Brum said something about enjoying dulcet. Is that what this village is called? He also can't answer right away on account of an overstuffed muzzle. He too rushes his eating and chugs his drink. Yes, this is Dulcet. A fine place to settle down, don't you think? It is so far, yeah. It's so different compared to where I'm from. It's a lot more rustic. Rustic? Old and worn, exactly as the namesake implies, but in a positive way. Still, he'd probably take that the wrong way. It means it has a lot of character, you know, quaint. That's good to hear. We both resume our mutual task of consuming the mountain of food before us. The work drags on, both on account of the scale of it and how slowly I want to make progress. I look up at the big wolf, and I'm wondering how well I'll be able to gauge this thing's based on appearance. That snake's gender was kind of hard to read, as was Ol's age. How old are you, Agnar? I'm 31 years old, born in the cold month of Kulden. Your document says you're 25. Is that your actual age? Yeah, that's really how old I am. Mikkel said we should add some truth to the registration to make it easier to remember. A wise decision. Do you think the years work the same, though? I mean, our years could have different lengths or something. Not to mention the rate at which we age. A good question. When does your kind come of age? When do you consider your bodies to have fully grown into adulthood? Well, it's about when we turn 18. Legally, adulthood can vary based on region, but that's when we stop growing. Well, at least height-wise. I pat my tummy to emphasize the joke. How old do you guys get? What's the average life expectancy, I mean? It can vary for some races, some with more or less to go on, but for most of us, and as a wolf myself, we can get up to about 80 years old. That's about the same for us, 70 to 90 usually when our health's good. So I guess we must have a similar age range to you guys. It must be. That's quite the coincidence. Yeah, who knew? Oi! What are you two doing? I don't see any clean plates. You ain't getting any younger watching it go cold, so quit chewing your words and go back to chewing my gourmet cooking. Ha! Ha ha ha! Agnar and I burst out laughing together. In hindsight, it wasn't all that funny, but Brum's comedic timing couldn't have been better. I guess we got caught. Agnar tries to hold back his laugh, but his tongue slips out with the silliest grin on his face. It's nice seeing the big wolf laugh so wholeheartedly. He seems rather comfortable doing so here at the inn. We both need a moment to settle down before resuming our meal. It takes effort to keep my chuckling down. I catch Agnar smirking at times as his eyes linger on me. No doubt he's having the same problem. I'm growing rather fond of this wolf. Ugh, I ate way too much. Barely managed to eat it all. That's Brum for you. His eyes are always bigger than your stomach. You don't have to gorge yourself if you're full. You can always give me what you don't finish. Though I'm sure he appreciates the compliment of a clean plate. I pat my stomach, hoping in vain that it'll cause my food to settle more quickly. Where are we going again? The bakery. We've already arrived. That was fast. I didn't even notice it when we first came here, but it's just a stone's throw away from the inn. I'm feeling like I might have a little room for dessert. If the older rabbit is inside, be warned. He can be rather difficult to deal with. I followed the wolf inside and met with the dominating scent of yeast and flour. The storefront is small but not cramped. It's just big enough for someone like Agnar to browse the selection behind the counter. There are many baskets lining the shelves, presumably to hold freshly baked bread, but for the most part they're empty. Slow day, I guess? Or busy, depending on how you look at it. I am entranced, however, by the variety of bread that is on display. They're all different shapes and sizes, many twisted into stylish knots and other artistic shapes. There's baguettes, biscuits, croissants, cream and jelly-filled buns, bagels, and standard loaves and more. They come in all different shades of brown, some with seeds or salt for topping, and all with a glossy coating of butter to really seal the deal. If this is only half their stock, it really makes one wonder just how many different kinds they sell when they're full. I didn't realize bread making could be such an art. Someone there? I'll be with you in a moment. I just need to pull these out. A soft, welcoming voice comes from the opening behind the counter. I can make out the stonework of the oven from here, so it's reasonable to assume that's the kitchen. There's a shuffling, a hinge creaking, a clattering of utensils, and the sound of something being placed down, quickly followed by the sound of bounding footsteps. Out from the back room comes a gray rabbit. His big floppy ears rest lazily on his shoulders, with one draping over the front. He's wiping his hands on his apron, cleaning off traces of flour, or trying to at least. Agnar, back so soon. It's only been a few hours. Hey, Jacob. I'm sorry if we've come at a bad time. We? Oh! Sorry, I didn't see you there. You must be the new lion fella everyone's so worked up about. Yeah, that's me. He leaps over the counter, literally leaps in a single bound, over the counter and onto the floor in front of us. Standing right in front of me, I see he's just a little shorter than me, his nose being at the height of my chin. He extends a hand and smiles in greeting, his pink nose twitching and his big buck teeth make for quite an impression. The name's Jacob, the local baker this side of the village. We got many baked goods to sell, all in good quality. Pleasure to meet you. I accept the handshake. His hands are quite soft, with some sticky flour wedged between his beans. Beans! Second. Agnar said he would be a difficult one, but he doesn't seem all that bad to me. Let me introduce you to Lord Aron Sondre. He's a recent arrival in the village and will be staying a while. His nose twitches again, reassessing me with renewed interest. So, you're a noble. Oh, great, this again. He is, but the family name doesn't go far. He's from Schallenhof and claims he's traveling to make his own fortune. Hey, Agnar, read my thoughts. Maybe you can run some of this by me before inventing new details about my cover story. First a noble and now a fortune hunter? Isn't impersonating a noble a serious crime? Like, Hangman's Noose serious? Right. Lord Aron? He gives me a discreet nudge to bring me back into the conversation. Oh, right, just like Agnar says. Really? Well, good for you. Wish I could just go to the capital already, but I still haven't earned enough to make my way on my own yet. Oh, I'm sure he'll enjoy your baked goods, Jacob. Your baking is second to none. Well, I'd like to hope so. I need the coin. Can't bake much if I can't afford the flour. If only my pa... Oh, yeah, he's younger. If only my pa wasn't so stubborn about only using the old recipes. I don't see why he wants to keep baking the same old bread after so many years. He's not the kitchen, is he? I would rather not have him meet our lord here today, as he is not fully yet recovered. Don't worry, the old man's out at the plaza hunting ingredients for his pretzels. Got a lot of people coming to watch the hunt this year, and we're having trouble keeping up with demand. Do you think it has something to do with... You make pretzels? The old man does, yeah. They're sort of a seasonal item. He makes them every year for the big hunt. Alright, I'm actually going to pause it right there. Thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, ring that notification bell, and check out our Patreon if you can. It always helps. Before I go, I'm going to give a quick shout out to our lovely bronze tier patrons. Thank you all if I do for the channel. Greatly appreciate your support. Thank you to our silver tier patron, Kate Summer. Thank you, go above and beyond. It's greatly appreciated. Thanks to our gold tier patrons, Zeke and Toby. Y'all are awesome. We love you. Thank you for subbing to Ultimate Tier. Anyway, if y'all want to get your names in the credits, get access to all of our not safe for work contents as little as $5. Alrighty, I love you all, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye-bye!